Our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs and homeless people. And we're not going to let it happen anymore. We're not going to take it. Yeah, just like we did on our southern border. Nobody comes to our southern border anymore. 3 months in a row, we had zero. I don't know if that's right, but rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And you people are victims of it, too. You know, you're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed. And you all know people and friends of yours that happened. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something. And you don't have that now. The murder rate in Washington today is higher than that of Bogota, Colombia, Mexico City, some of the places that you hear about as being the worst places on earth, much higher. This is much higher. The number of car thefts has doubled over the past 5 years, and the number of carjackings has more than tripled. Murders in 2023 reached the highest rate probably ever. They say 25.
I could not believe that was possible. I thought it was fake until I confirmed it online. The fact that DC, because of the youth's mentality, it's more dangerous than Mexico City and Colombia? Woo! Nobody's gonna complain about that.
Watch them. The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any such, so and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want.
Whatever the hell they want. As if police have been not doing anything before this, Eddie. What do you make of that? Whatever the hell they want.
I guess I spoke too soon. There are people that disagree with this.
Chris, to be honest with you, I'm trying to hold my temper. I think there's an ongoing argument that he's having in his head with Black Lives Matter. There's an ongoing argument that he's having with the questions around criminal justice reform and police reform. It's interesting that he really doesn't really care about what's actually happening in D.C. on a certain level, because he's not trying to get at the underlying root causes. He's not looking at examples of how to address rising crime rates that doesn't require a form of policing that leads to increased incarcerality and the like.
Well, actually, there were many ideas that might have led to this not happening, but whenever we try to do that, you would say it's your fault. You are never responsible for anything. So by my standard, you speaking like that is the main reason why this is happening, because you defend their action without making them accountable for their action, and this is now the new normal.
Let's look at what's going on in Baltimore. Let's look at what's happening actually in places like Baltimore and Chicago, right? So part of what we have to do is to understand, and Oakland, we have to understand this, Chris, within the context of Donald Trump's racial politics and within the context of his effort to get Epstein off the front pages. I understand David's point, but when we try to treat this as a rational response, then we lose sight of the actual politics that's being played here. And he's actually trying to give his base red meat to get them off of the Epstein story, and it's on the backs of citizens in Washington, D.C. He's going to undermine the democratic process in the district. And so I understand what David is trying to say, but we need to be clear about what Donald Trump is doing.
Remember to subscribe.
Imagina nós que eu estranho. Por quê?
In all honesty, they keep saying Trump is blocking the Epstein file. If you look online, you find out a bunch of people are blocking that whole thing. So then I thought, you know what? Maybe he can just unblock it federally. And I found out he can't really. Even if Trump orders the DOJ to request unsealing, the judge can still say no, and Engel Mayer already did. And if you just want to make it more interesting, this person was appointed in 2011 by Obama.
They arrested someone. He's in the car behind me. Very quick response here by transit, metro, and some federal assets. So we're down here in Navy Yard, Washington, D.C. We're photographing and filming a large group that was in this park behind me. You can see some of the leftover trash. Close to 100 people were gathered here, and we heard shots fired. I believe it was more than one. It's hard to hear in the moment. We followed police. They arrested a suspect at this place, and they recovered a firearm as well. We have seen an unbelievable amount of assets being thrown at this. You have Metro, Transit, Capitol Police, and multiple federal officials. I've seen FBI, I've seen HSI, I've seen other kinds of park police in the area. They are throwing a massive amount for this specific incident here. It's very obvious that the city has taken a slightly different posture going forward.
Video from an employee shows the aftermath. Items scattered everywhere. Police say multiple items were stolen and an employee suffered a minor injury.
Bro, this shit not finna throw me off, bro.
I'm on Largo right now. We're in the back of the cop car.
Nigga, man, this shit finna throw me off. This shit hurt. Me and the man locked up right now. So,
Nah, yeah, though. Man, I'm keeping the same energy, though. I don't give a fuck.
kill.
I don't give a fuck, fool. Shit, nothing.
If I get let go, I'm doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
Give me the other one, man. Give me the other one. Snitch, I'm gonna crush your bitch ass.
I wasn't snitching.
Snitch, I'm gonna crush you.
Dude, I wasn't snitching. Dude, get him. Dude, I wasn't snitching. I was just talking about something else.
When somebody takes whatever they want from you, in my experience, because I've experienced this before, it's best to not keep speaking.
Dude, I wasn't gonna snitch. I'm sorry. I wasn't snitching.
Stop talking. Sit down, bro. I'll take your phone. Bro, give me the phone, bro. Bro, give me the phone, bro. Give me the phone.
Stop it. Give him my jacket back. Get after him.
Are you considering taking over the DC police? Is that an option on the table?
We're considering it, yeah, because the crime is ridiculous. I could show you a chart comparing D.C. to other locations, and you're not going to want to see what it looks like. Now, we want to have a great, safe capital, and we're going to have it. And that includes cleanliness, and it includes other things. We have a capital that's very unsafe. You know, we just almost lost a young man, beautiful, handsome guy that got the hell knocked out of him the night before last. And I'm going to call him now. We wanted to give him a little recovery time. We just put a call into him. They're calling back in a little while, but he went through a bad situation, put it mildly, and there's too much of it. We're going to do something about it. So whether you call it federalized or what, and that also includes the graffiti that you see, the papers all over the place, the roads that are in bad shape, the medians that are falling down, the median in between roads that's falling down. We're going to beautify the city. We're going to make it beautiful. And what a shame. The rate of crime, the rate of muggings, killings, and everything else, we're not going to let it. And that includes bringing in the National Guard, maybe very quickly, too.
Yeah, I don't see the problem here.
I just can't believe you're living in a city where law and order is supposed to be, where all the politicians are making the decision to keep you safe, and they can't keep even their own city safe? Like, I would never go to a country that says we are all about freedom, but we have worse crime rate than Mexico and Colombia.
Some days I feel unsafe going outside.
Recent shocking acts of violence have some on alert. A recent fatal drive-by shooting, along with a carjacking and beating in this
drive-by
U Street.
Which is insane. I mean, I just live a block this way, so to know that I'm so close to something like that is really terrifying.
So we asked residents what they think city leaders should do immediately to improve safety.
I feel like it's still
lockdown.
John Roeder says more functioning streetlights would help.
More streetlights, brighter streetlights.
No, we need accountability, maybe also from the parents.
Which sounds like so easy and simple, but I don't think we have enough of those.
For Cameron Talley, hearing about violence.
Instead of painting rainbows, maybe people need to be more comfortable to not rob next to a rainbow.
Steps from her home.
Oh my word. Right here.
Brings back memories from a year ago.
We got caught in the middle of a drive-by shooting. So that was...
There's no way I would want to live in a neighborhood where that might happen. As if that's the new normal.
The city should consider installing blue light emergency phones, seen often on college campuses.
Oh, I see a blue light, I can get to it and call for help.
For Dana Richardson, the quickest path to peace on city streets.
I think they need to do more about the juvenile crime.
See, he understands. The problem is with the youth, but you don't want to educate the youth. But then again, the youth doesn't respond to the messaging that you're promoting. But you still blame the other party for promoting the wrong message.
He believes young people caught in the criminal justice system need the deterrent of jail time and not freedom.
Oh, so you believe that. So you believe because they committed a crime, we send them to jail, that's why they come out like that? Then maybe we need to stop them from committing the crime. But no, you don't want to do that. Because that seems to send the message that you don't like the black people. Well, no wonder we're in this situation, because no solution in your eyes is helping. But you want to add blue lights, phones to call on time. But then if you call on time, you're snitching. You're pointing fingers at the black people again.
I think it's because they keep on letting them go. No deterrent.
And if you don't want to use fear to prevent something, any other solution, you might be incentivizing. But you don't see that. But I have one eye and I keep seeing it. And I know this before I even seen a Western city.
I'll tell you right now, the plight of American hero Big Balls has set off a firestorm in the Republican Party. This kid, he goes out on the street,
just infiltrated all of our information.
He protects a woman from being attacked by a roving street gang, and he had the crap kicked out of him. And, we had a congressional intern not too long ago. I'm just telling you, Republicans right now have about had it with the violence and the idea that you can't even walk around D.C. right now without getting attacked by street gangs.
Don't we have laws on the books already?
400 carjackings, they're not being enforced.
How can you have a reaction like, oh my God, you want to stop crime? The statistics says it's high. What are you talking about? You can't be like, oh, why do you want to talk about this when we might say we see a lot of black youth? Just the idea that you have such a reaction because we can point a finger where we have an issue and we need a different solution, that's why it's normalized. That's why Trump is taking action without your consent. Because your consent is what's causing this.
An unusual group of bank robbers is behind bars in Houston. They're being called the Little Rascals. That's because they're just 11, 12, and 16 years old.
5 people ranging in age from 12 to 16 are under arrest for a one-night crime spree with 6 different victims. This started Friday night in the U of M area when a man was robbed at gunpoint. Police say the kids then stole a car near East High School, robbed a man in his driveway on Bayless, and then headed to Midtown.
You're looking at a group of teenagers caught on camera terrorizing this neighborhood.
And they don't even live over here.
Whitney Frazier says they're anywhere from 10 to 14 years old, going around breaking into cars, threatening and robbing people.
I gotta keep it 100, man. If someone was to pull a gun on one of these kids and shoot and kill them, I wouldn't protest. No, if you point a gun at someone, if you old enough to point a gun at someone, you old enough to get hit with one.
I'm keeping it 100. You stealing, you coming to my house, you on my property, you threatening me, you old enough to.
This is no guidance. This is what happens. We have no guidance right here. When you don't have any fear of when you go home. People, I saw a comment the other day on one of our videos talking about people really, like kids these days, will go kill and then go sleep under their mom's roof. The same, like, and their mama will have no idea.
You know what should happen? It's sad to say this. They might need to start charging the parents.
They might need to start charging the parents. That would, yeah.
That'll change.
That will change it.
And I don't think you're wrong, Cartier family, because the parents is responsible. Because if you can be responsible for hate speech online and the parents is at fault, that should also be a possibility, right? It's your rule. We just have to apply it everywhere.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush, hash, purple, skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, durlo, que ta, verdetta, welcome.